Hi, I'm Jojo from Sitebulb, and today we're talking about Reddit, specifically why it's quietly becoming one of the most powerful levers for AI search visibility and what you can actually do about it. This one's based on research from Andrew Shotland, founder of Local SEO Guide, who ran a genuinely fascinating experiment. So let's get into it. First, let's just acknowledge how big Reddit has become in search. In 2024, Reddit was the sixth most searched term on Google in the US. The platform now appears in 37% of Google SERPs and in 95% of product review queries. You might have noticed this yourself. Google's suggested searches almost always add Reddit to product queries now. Best iPhone case, Reddit. Best accounting software, Reddit. The human race has genuinely been conditioned to look for recommendations on Reddit, and they use Google to find them. Here's the bit that should really get your attention as an SEO. According to research from Profound, Reddit is consistently one of the most cited sources in both Google AI Overviews and ChatGPT. So it's not just a traffic channel. If your brand or topic is being discussed on Reddit, there's a very real chance it's feeding directly into what AI systems say about you, and that is a meaningful shift in how brand visibility is working. So Andrew wanted to test this properly. He hired a spam company, got access to 1,000 Reddit accounts, and ran a controlled 1-month campaign for a SaaS client who wanted 100 brand mentions and 100 comments in relevant threads. They tracked the brand across 80 prompts in Google AI Overviews, measuring how often it got cited. So before the test, citation rate was around 8 to 9%. Within a couple of weeks of starting, it was roughly 3 times that. And when they stopped the campaign, it went straight back down again. They've run this test several times and the results are pretty consistent. So what this tells us is 2 things. First, brand mentions on Reddit genuinely move the needle on AI overview visibility. That's no longer a theory. It's been tested. But second, and this is the important caveat, the effect disappears the moment you stop. So constant artificial spamming is not the answer. The goal is to build a brand that is strong enough so that mentions happen organically. Andrew's experiment shows you what's possible, not what you should do, i.e. hiring a spam company. So here's a really practical tip that most SEOs might have completely missed. In Google's search results, there's a forums tab in the filter options. Most people don't even know it exists. Andrew's team believes it's essentially a map of the URLs that Google is using to train its AI. So if a thread is ranking in that tab for your target keywords, it's very likely in the data pool informing AI overview responses. Go check it for your most important keywords right now. Those could be the specific threads that you want your brand mentioned in. Before we get into tactics, it's worth understanding how Reddit works. Posts start in the new feed and move through rising into hot, with best being the default view that most users actually see. Comments are the most powerful signal. Multiple people responding to each other under a post is what the algorithm responds to most strongly. And downvotes actually carry more weight than upvotes. So the golden rule is don't make people hate you. And here's a key timing insight. You have roughly a 6 to 10 hour window after posting to generate early engagement. If you can get momentum in that window, you have a much better chance of ranking in the subreddit and getting Google to surface it. Here's 4 ways that you can get your brand onto Reddit. So Andrew laid out these approaches. They range from fairly lightweight to quite ambitious. You can create your own subreddit. You can claim a dormant one. You can build brand ambassador presence in existing communities. And you can repurpose content that you already have. And a combination of all of those 4 ways too. So creating your own subreddit, this is the most ambitious option, is creating a subreddit around your topic area, the subjects that your audience cares about. So Andrew did this with Local SEO for AI, and within 2 to 3 weeks, he had over 100 members and 1,000 visits. And each post that he shared took around 3 minutes to create. I did the same with the JavaScript SEO subreddit and have seen a similar growth curve. The catch is consistency. Reddit's algorithm surfaces active communities, so if you go quiet, you stop appearing. The practical solution is to recruit moderators from within your community to share the load with you. Whatever approach you take, here's something Andrew was pretty clear about. The actual conversion usually happens on your profile, not in the comments. So when someone engages with your content and gets curious about you, they click through. Your profile needs to work like a landing page. So it has who you are, what you do, links to your website and social media. Don't just shove links into every comment that you post. Be genuinely helpful, trust people to look you up, and let the profile do the selling. On that note, Reddit has a whole ecosystem for gaming it. You can buy upvotes, aged accounts, fake engagement. Andrew estimates that 95% of what agencies sell as Reddit marketing is artificial. He knows because he hired one of those companies for his own experiment. So the practical problem, beyond the obvious ethical issues, is that it's fragile. Reddit's spam detection has improved significantly, and getting banned is pretty easy. So the rule of thumb is the same as most marketing. Be genuine, be helpful. Does this work for B2B? Quick one on this? Yes. The assumption that Reddit is purely B2C just doesn't hold up. Andrew is currently working with an AI observability SaaS targeting CIOs, and there are literally subreddits where CIOs discuss CIO problems. And there are plenty of subreddits where SEOs discuss SEO problems. That said, Reddit isn't always the right channel for every audience. Andrew recommends using SparkToro first to validate where your specific audience actually hangs out. For some, it's Reddit. For others, it's LinkedIn groups or niche industry forums. But the principles are generally the same. So let's bring it all together. Reddit is a direct AI visibility lever, not just a nerd forum. Brand mentions produced a consistent 3x uplift in AI overview citations in Andrew's tests. You have a 6 to 10 hour window after posting to generate the engagement that matters. Your Reddit profile is where conversion actually happens, so treat it seriously. And don't sleep on the Google Forums tab. It's as close to a map of AI training data as you're going to get, probably. If you want to dig deeper into Andrew's research and the full webinar, the link is in the description below. It's well worth a watch. And if you found this useful, please subscribe. We put out practical SEO content like this pretty regularly. See you in the next one.